Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Sportscaster Dan podcast. I am Dan Lavallo, and I'm going to talk a bit about the New York Yankees in this latest podcast, particularly off the comments made by Yankees manager Aaron Boone on Monday that the Yankees have not told him whether he's going to return as manager in 2024. Now, he is under contract through 2024 with an option for 2025. My opinion, Aaron Boone should return as manager of the New York Yankees. And he and Brian Cashman should be a package deal. After all, it was Cashman who hired Boone after Joe Girardi's contract was not renewed following the 2017 season. Now, I've gone back and forth on this. First of all, I am a longtime observer of the New York Yankees. I mean, I go back to 1961 when my father took me to Yankee Stadium, and there was Mickey Mantle playing in center field and Roger Maris in right, and there was Mel Allen broadcasting the game. In fact, Mel was actually interviewing somebody behind the Yankees broadcast booth in the mezzanine at the old Yankee Stadium, the greatest of ballparks, that old Yankee Stadium, before the renovation and before the raising of that big ballpark in the Bronx and the building of the new Yankee Stadium. So I go back a long way. I don't have to prove my credentials. Heck, I can tell you who Yogi Berra's first base coach was when he managed the Yankees in 1964, Jimmy Gleason. I remember when Johnny Keane managed the Yankees, and his first base coach was Vern Benson. So I go back a long way with the Yankees. I've gone back and forth as far as this situation with Cashman and Boone. Sometimes I feel as if both Cashman and Boone should go, or that maybe Boone should stay, but they're a package deal. So here's my point. If Boone is somehow dismissed after this season, then Cashman should go too. But I believe both deserve another season, and Cashman is under contract beyond 2024. But I don't think the Yankees should make the dramatic changes that some Yankees fans are calling for. Why? Well, they have some talent in the farm system, and some of that talent actually displayed itself in September. You know, the Yankees have had a very good month of September, and they've done it with the kids. Now, will that carry over into 2024? Who knows? But I think that they at least deserve that chance, and I think that Boone deserves to be the manager. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I watched that game on Monday against Arizona, that game that was played in the mist, the heavy mist, sometimes rain, the wind whipping up. The Yankees could have easily folded their tents in this makeup game. They could have folded their tents, finished the ball game early, gotten on that plane and gone to Toronto and finish out the rest of the season with games in Toronto and Kansas City. Instead, they played their butts off. They played like professionals. They played like Yankees. And they came back and they won that game. They beat Arizona, and that was a difficult loss for the Diamondbacks, who are still in the wild card hunt. In fact, if the season were going to end today, then the Diamondbacks would make the playoffs. And they have gone about building their organization the right way, and I believe that's what the Yankees need to do. Yeah, the free agent signings are all part of New York. They're part of baseball. I get it. But you have to, and Cashman has tried to do this to his credit. It always comes down, obviously, to the evaluation of talent, but you have to, at the very least, develop the core of your ball club through the farm system. That's the way baseball has become. Look no further than the Atlanta Braves or the Houston Astros or the Los Angeles Dodgers. You have to build through the farm system, and the Yankees are doing that now. So why give up the process by dismissing Aaron Boone? If Boone goes, Cashman has to go. That's what I'm saying. They're a package deal. And who's going to manage the Yankees if not Aaron Boone? Who's going to manage? I mean, Boone is the one who knows these players who have come along through the farm system. He knows these players better than anybody the Yankees are going to hire unless they take Shelley Duncan from AAA. And it is possible that Duncan could be added as a coach on the staff. And I remember Shelley when he played for the Yankees, and also when he played for their AA affiliate when it was in Norwich, Connecticut. Good ball player. His father, a great coach, a good player. I can go on that. Great people. But here's my point. If the Yankees are going to make a dramatic change at the end of this season, then it's got to be both Boone and Cashman. If it's just Boone, what is the point? I believe, again, they both deserve to return in 2024. And as I said before, they are under contract. They are under contract to serve through at least 2024, and Cashman actually beyond 2024. And as I said, Boone has that option in 2025. Give them a chance. Give them a chance to go out there and contend. Give them the opportunity. And obviously make some changes, but play the kids. New York will buy into the fact that this is a Yankee ball club that's attempting to build by playing the kids. And I believe the talent is there with these kids, and maybe make some shrewd changes and a healthy Rizzo and avoid some of these other injuries, that they can contend next season while playing the kids. I believe that. And I believe that both Boone and Cashman should be back. But that said, if the Yankees dismiss Boone, and again, why we're having this conversation, because Boone came out on Monday and said the Yankees have not told him whether he's going to be back in 2024, even though he's under contract. And by the way, he handled it very well. And that's Boone. That's another reason he deserves to return. He is great with the media. And you need that from a manager, and not just from a manager in New York. You need that in this day and age, no matter whether you're managing in New York or Kansas City, a big market or small market. You need a manager who can deal with the media, and Boone does. Boone is as good as Joe Torre when it comes to dealing with the media. Very comfortable. He's at ease. He explains the Yankees' position well. Yeah, he's a company man. Well, guess what? When you're a manager, you have to be the company man. And you hear some rumblings out of San Diego between Melvin and Preller, or even in Boston before Bloom was let go, between Cora and Bloom. But you've got to be a company man when you're the manager, and there's nothing wrong with that. And it seems as if Boone and Cashman have a great working relationship. It seems as if they're on the same page. And if they're not, they've done a tremendous job of disguising it. There have been no leaks to the media that I've seen. All I am saying is Aaron Boone deserves to be back as manager of the New York Yankees. And if the Yankees are going to dismiss Boone after this season, then Cashman needs to go too. But I don't believe that there's anybody out there right now who can replace Boone. Who are you going to bring in? A young Casey Stengel? Is there a young Casey Stengel out there? Is there a young Billy Martin out there? Who are you going to bring in? You're going to bring in a veteran manager? Well, what's the point of that? You have one in Boone. And just because the Yankees didn't make the playoffs this year, this is the first time under Boone they haven't made the playoffs. Yes, we all know when it comes to the Yankees, it's all about winning the World Series, and it should be that way with any organization. And we all know that Boone has had some difficulty when it comes to managing, especially in the postseason, and how he handles pitchers. And yeah, maybe there should be changes in the coaching staff, but I don't believe the manager should be changed. And I believe that Cashman deserves to come back too. They deserve one more year to get it right. And if they flop in 2024, then you make dramatic changes. But until that happens, Boone deserves a chance to continue as manager of the Yankees, and Cashman deserves the opportunity to try and complete what he finished. After all, the Yankees do have talent. They have talent that we've seen perform in September for the most part. They have talent in the farm system. That's all part of the package, all led by Cashman and their talent evaluators. Let's see what happens. You've gone this far with this group. Stick with them a bit longer. That's all I'm saying. Boone deserves to be back as manager of the Yankees, and Cashman deserves to stay as well. Give them one more year. That's going to do it for the Sportscaster Dan podcast. As always, thanks for listening and watching on YouTube, and for subscribing to my Sportscaster Dan newsletter, which you can do by going to sportscasterdan.com.